Welcome back to Garage Outdoors on Garage Matters. Today we are over at CB Park. Now this floodplain over here used to be all dried up, but with all the recent rains that we've had during the past month, it looks like it flooded back up to what appears to be normal levels again. So it looks like it's gonna be really shallow over here, but we are trying to see if there's any fish that have swam up from the main lake down here, Fort Phantom, back into, I'm gonna call this the back country. So it's probably less than a foot deep right here, but there does appear to be grass around here where there might be some panfish just hiding out. So we'll go ahead and take a walk down here and get our line casted out and see if we can catch anything out here. And I did bring my 5/6 ultralight rod, and I didn't have time to go to the bait store, so I just brought a hot dog. And believe it or not, if there's any fish in here, panfish or catfish or even largemouth bass, believe it or not, they're gonna hit this piece of hot dog. So I'm gonna stop talking, go down here and show you guys that this hot dog does work. Okay guys, so we've made it across to the other side, but let me zoom in. There appears to be some surface movement right in here, so that's probably some tiny little bugs just making all this little wake. But I'm just gonna toss a little piece of hot dog in there and see if there's anything in there. It looks like it's maybe 4 to 5 inches deep. Not very deep, but we'll just see if there's any fish in here. There could be a catfish in here as well too, but we'll go ahead and get our hook baited up and see if there's any fish just hanging out in here. Alright guys, so the good thing about using a piece of hot dog is that it is clean, and you don't have to worry about washing your hands or rinsing your hands. And that is how I got it rigged up. And it does have a little added weight on it, so right now I am going no terminal tackle at all. And it has just enough weight to get this hook on out there. So let's see if there is any fish just hanging out in here. We're just gonna let it sit out there and see if there's any fish out here. And I don't know, I'm not too confident we're gonna catch anything out here, but we are gonna try, you know, because you never know. There can be a little fish out here, but it's probably too shallow, to be honest. We might have to go to the main part of the lake. Alright guys, so we we're over there. We came across over here, and you can see where they used to have these posts right here, but this lake has risen up a little bit. It looks like it's maybe like a foot deep right here. I'm gonna just try right here real quick and see if there's anything just hanging out along here. All right, guys, you guessed it. I am at the boat ramp right now. So obviously this water today is enough to scare everybody to stay home, or everybody not to skip work and come fishing like me. Now take a look at this water. This water is pretty gnarly right now. This is a lake. These swells are probably about a foot, at least a foot. Not really white caps yet, but at least a foot. But I think I'm gonna find places like this to fish along the shore where it's not so rough. Places like this, maybe like places behind this floating dock, and even places along that shoreline over there. But the only issue with fishing that shoreline over there is that the wind is blowing from this direction towards the shore. So if I'm standing over there, I'm gonna be casting into the wind, and I really don't like casting into the wind, especially when I'm fishing like no terminal tackles, no sinkers, no bobbers, no nothing like that. I'm just going weightless. Kind of hard to get my bait into the wind. So let's go ahead and get rigged up, give the spot a couple tries, try around this boat dock. Sometimes fish like to hide around these docks as well too. Now, I like fishing these ramps and docks because it is deeper. So I know there's deeper water here, and especially right where this area is, it's nice and calm right now. So hopefully there's some fish just hanging out in here. Fish that really love structure. I bet you right behind that wall over there, there's some fish, but there ain't no way I can get my bait out that far. Now what I'm trying to do is get it right up against that rock wall. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it a morning. There ain't no fish out here this morning. It is just too windy out here. That's probably another reason why there ain't nobody fishing out here, because it is just too windy out here. Can't get my bait to the places where I want to get my bait to. And the other spot just wasn't no fish. There's other people fishing the other spot as well too, but all around here it is just too crazy. The water is too crazy. What I should have did was just kept it to the little creeks and stuff in the backwoods, where it's hidden away from all this wind right here, and I probably would have more luck fishing those smaller streams. But I decided to come out to Phantom because I wanted to see if I can catch something bigger, but definitely not the case this time. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to put you guys on some fish next time. So make sure you come back and join us next time on Garage Outdoors, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button.
his breath.